Hey guys, Nick here from Final Save Point Crew. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at sleeping dogs. And right here, my character Wei Shen is in his apartment that you start out in the beginning of the game. That's kind of in the slums of Hong Kong. So if you're not familiar with the game, you play a character Wei Shen who is an undercover cop in the Triads, and he's essentially trying to eliminate the Triads from Hong Kong because they did some bad crap to him in the past. So here you see a parking garage, and I'm setting my waypoint to a story mission that's a triad mission, and then blue shields are cop-based missions. So here is a parking garage, and you can buy different vehicles, and they'll spawn anywhere in the city where there's a parking garage. You can also just steal cars the old-fashioned way, like in Grand Theft Auto. And I had real far to go, didn't I?
Mrs. Chu. I was just stopping by to see if there was anything you needed. I know it's no consolation, but I gotta look at one of the gunmen from the wedding. Now I will find him, and I'll make him tell me who's responsible.
唔使，你揾到佢，你帶佢嚟呢度，你拎佢俾我啊！
So as you can see, the game is done entirely by all the cutscenes are in-game engine. So as you change your outfits and stuff, they'll actually show up in the cutscenes, which is also a staple from Grand Theft Auto.
Shit, Way, how you holding up?
I got a lot of loose ends to clean up. I need an outsider for a couple things. You got Johnny Ratface's number?
Johnny Ratface? Man, stay away from that lunatic. You give him a job, you're gonna have to steam clean your conscience when he's done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know all about him. He's my man.
I guess you know what you're doing.
So now Ricky's hooked me up with a phone number for this rat face guy, and I'm using the cell towers to triangulate his position. Throughout the game, you use your smartphone an awful lot to do little hacking mini games and whatnot, so it's a pretty nifty tool. Of course, you can also use it just like Grand Theft Auto to call contacts for like jobs like stealing cars and stuff, to girls that you know for dates. And so far I'm pretty impressed with the game. I think, I've heard a lot of different complaints like shooting's bad and this is bad. I think the shooting's actually better than it's been in the GTA games. It's not too bad. What I've noticed is, and maybe what people are talking about, is when you have a pistol, pretty much shooting at faraway targets with a pistol is useless, just like it would be with a real pistol. I'm not talking about, super realism here, but, it kind of takes some real world elements there a little bit and makes it interesting. And then you have submachine guns and I guess later on rifles, and you can hit a little bit further away targets with that. So it's just something you have to think about. I like it that it's that way with the pistols, because you're constantly thinking about having to find cover and move up. The cover mechanics are really good. Driving in this game is excellent. It is made by United Front Studios, and they've made 2 kart racers, so maybe that has something to do with it. But I'm actually playing Need for Speed Most Wanted on my Vita right now, and I would say the driving is almost as good in this as it is in Need for Speed. So it's got kind of an arcadey feel. Some of the cars are a little bit lighter or floaty, but other than that, it's not too bad. I can't remember why I did that. Oh, that's right, I missed a turn. Okay, I see. There's tons of little alleyways and stuff. You can do all kinds of different things. But the game is you have different experience points for different parts of, like, you know, your undercover cover, so you get, like, different experience, like they call triad experience, cop experience. So as you do cop missions and triad missions, it'll go up. There's different attributes that you can level up. There's also one called face meter, which gives you...
Promise.
Are you insane?
Think of all the money we'll make. This is our future, you and me.
Fuck you, asshole. I'm not taking off my clothes for you or anyone else.
Try not to talk during the cutscenes. Yeah, run away. So here you're going to see some combat in a second. But as you get your face meter, there's like kind of like perks that you can do. And then there's also a combat level up that you can do. And in health, you'll find a bunch of little different shrines that you can pray to. It will actually make your health meter go up more and more. The size of the city of Hong Kong in this is not too big. It's kind of smallish compared to Liberty City, but it's still good enough size. The game itself does seem to be shorter. Now here, there's like these little areas that you can use to grapple guys and throw them into interactive areas, and you'll see one that's pretty cool, but it's really brutal. Drop an engine block right on him, dude. The one I did the other day was pretty nasty looking, where he just smashes a guy into a phone booth and then hits him with the phone receiver over and over again until it breaks. It's like right here, you can actually see I bent the tire iron. So this game is pretty brutal and intense. She's just sitting there smoking like nothing happened. That's what kills me. Yeah, this happens every day. People get beat with tire irons. No big deal. The combat is very much like the Batman games, so you have a strike button, a counter button, and a grapple button, and they're actually the same exact buttons as they are in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. So if you like the combat in that, you'll definitely be able to go to this. As you can see, you can pick up weapons and... And if you're wondering, yes, you can drive that boat, but we're in the middle of something right now. Wei Shin can also swim, so transversing through the area is nothing too terrible. So here's some shooting, and you can see I'm not having a hard time with it at all. Like most games, you know, as soon as you hit the target, hold down the trigger to target, it just automatically goes to him. Auto aim is what they call it, I guess. You can see, like, at close range, I'm pulling off headshots and stuff pretty easily. It's as far away targets when you've got the pistol that are really hard, because the bullet does tend to spread out and wander more at further distances. Well, while I'm shooting these guys up, I just want to take a second to mention I'm getting ready to come up with topics and stuff for episode 5 of Final Save Cast. I'm hoping to do it around the middle of the month. I don't have anybody confirmed 100% yet as who's going to be on the show. I tend to give everybody a little bit of time. The last show was really just off the cuff, kind of last second. So that's why it was only Joe and my friend Mike. But if you guys have any questions, any subjects that you'd like to bring up for us to discuss on the show, you can reach us at our Facebook page, or you can reach me personally at Soul Processing on Twitter, and I will make sure to get it into the show. I'm starting to get the segments down. I've definitely got the recording down now, so there won't be any issue with like there was last time where a bunch of audio got garbled and whatnot. And I think the next podcast I'm trying to aim for about an hour and 30 minutes, somewhere in there. So as you can see, as you end up killing more people and getting streaks, you get this FaceTime, that's what they call it, and you actually start to heal yourself when the FaceTime's active. So here we're going to do some highway chasing, and you can actually shoot at cars while you're on the highway. They have weak points like tires and whatnot here, so you'll see that. Just blew out the dude's tire. And if this was real life, I should have been dead right there. Somehow I miraculously lived. Topsy-turvy, and just run over you. Yep. I'm telling you guys, for 20 bucks, you can't go wrong. This is a really, really fun game. I forgot to see if DLC is discounted right now. If it is, I might have to pick up some DLC. This is a game, though, quite honestly, you know, I don't really need DLC for it. I could be perfectly happy just playing this and not going back to it again, you know. It seems like the game's got enough meat to it that I'm pretty satisfied with it. And there's a horrible fail on my part. So what I'm trying to do is what's called an action hijack. And what you do is you hold down the A button on the Xbox controller. And your guy goes into like a stunt stance, and he's trying to jump to the other car. You can only do it when the arrow turns green now. So it's kind of tricky sometimes, especially when you're trying to chase people. And these crotch rockets in this game go really super fast, so sometimes it's kind of hard to control them, because if you hit the throttle too much, you'll just spin your wheels and kind of slide.
Who are you? What do you want?
A friend of mine wants to serve you some noodles.
What? You crazy? Look, man, I got powerful friends.
Yeah? Who would that be?
They gonna kill you.
Tell me their names, so we can go see them right now. Look, what are the odds they're gonna even admit they even know you?
Johnny the Rat Face. Meet Mrs. Chu. Winston's mother.
Osama! I don't know what this guy told you.
佢話俾我聽 ，Winston 死個人，你就喺嗰度。
Fuck!
家你話俾我聽，邊個叫你做啊？
I don't know what you're talking about, you crazy old bitch. Please.
喂，你而家應該走，你走啦喂。
Wait, don't leave me here. She's fucking crazy. Okay. I'll tell you anything you want to know. Just please, don't.
Yep, she's not too happy. Yeah, and so you can see like my cop experience went up a little bit, my triad experience went up a lot here. So the next part I was going to do the side mission, and typically what happens with me with open worlds is I get sidetracked and try to do this and that, so I ended up cutting the recording a little bit here, so we'll see a transition here in a second to another mission. And as you can see, like the different things on the map, that one I clicked on was a side mission. There's little areas where you can hack cameras, which you'll see here in a second. There's areas you can go to get massages, which what I assume is happy endings. Let's see. There's also races, street racing that you can do. And it's very much like they ripped off the Fast and Furious game that got canceled. So any of you guys that didn't know, this game was originally supposed to be True Crime Hong Kong. Well, the story goes is I guess originally this game was supposed to be Sleeping Dogs, And then when it got picked up by Activision, it was going to be True Crime Hong Kong. Activision was going to rename it that. And then when Activision dropped it, it ended up getting turned back into Sleeping Dogs. But they were still in the middle of writing when it was being called True Crime. And so Wei Shin's character was actually, I guess, originally supposed to be the guy from True Crime LA. And it's funny, there's points where they make mention of him being in America and coming back home and stuff. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So essentially, you know, even though it's Sleeping Dogs, it is in a strange kind of way a sequel to True Crime still. Just think of it this way, it's like James Bond, it's a different guy playing the dude from True Crime LA. With a different name, but... Bash your head on the car. Wasn't what I was trying to do. You'll see what I was trying to do here. Stick you in the trunk. So all these little red areas are active areas. When you grab people, you can throw them into it. The one thing I never end up doing, I didn't show in this video, there is kind of a lock-on feature that you can do. This is really bad. Ouch. But there's a lock-on feature, sort of like Zelda, where you hold the trigger down, and if people around you, you can hit one direction or the other to kind of direct your attack. Man, dude stole my car, so I'm just gonna bash you up against the wall. Sound good? But I almost never end up using it. I just end up playing it like Batman, and I'm fine with it that way. So this little junction box is for the camera. And as you can see, I'm using my cell phone to hack it. And it's 4 numbers, 4 digits, 0 to 9. And it'll do yellow numbers if you've got the correct number in the right spot, and ones with green circles if it's the right number but not in the right spot. So similar to the hacking game in Fallout. And so now you go back to your apartment, and you can use the television, oddly, and not the computer, to see the camera feed. I'm going to do another video tomorrow of Deus Ex, just in case anybody's curious about it. I also picked it up on the holiday sale. I haven't played too much of it, so it'll be pretty early in. But I did actually do one playthrough once on the PlayStation 3, so I'm doing the second playthrough on the PC. I got the DLC that I wanted. The DLC is like $15 for it, and I got it as a gift. So I just ended up getting the game for $5 during the holiday sale. It's kind of sad that the game's cheaper than the DLC is on the PlayStation 3. So, but I'm looking forward to playing the DLC. It's going to be a lot of fun. It just kills me how gorgeous this game is. You get the real-time reflections off the car, and everything just looks super, super good. Too far. And so this is the second place that you end up getting. Unlike Grand Theft Auto, you don't actually purchase your places, they're just kind of like given to you. So like, dude needs to flush his toilet because that is nasty. So this is funny. I thought the first time I saw it, as you can see, his clothes are all bloody, and all he's got to do is wash his face off, and all of a sudden it comes off. And just like Grand Theft Auto, you have different outfits you can wear. You go to the closet, Looks pretty much one-to-one from Grand Theft Auto. The nice thing is it's instant loading like that. It's just super awesome. And here's my awesome Portal shirt. I will wear that. I love they have the Big Trouble in Little China hat. What I think's really funny is the head of the Triads is Uncle Poe in this game. Is actually the guy from one of the guys from Big Trouble in Little China, and he was also in Blade Runner. You know, the guy that made Nexus 6 eyes. I make your eyes. So here, this is a pretty pointless part of the game, I think, is you're looking at the camera feed, and it would be cooler if you're trying to watch their behavior and figure out who's the drug lord here, but it just pops up and tells you, and all you gotta do is just hit the button. So I don't understand that. Like, why even go back and do it? Just hack the camera and be done with it. Alright, and so that was the quick look for Sleeping Dogs, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.